So after miraculously winning both the Champions League and the DFB Pokal with Bayer Leverkusen, it's time to switch up the scene and take on a new challenge. And so we've taken on the Chelsea job. You guys voted for this to happen, so welcome to the first episode of the brand new Chelsea career mode on this channel. Not gonna lie, I'm genuinely so excited for this career mode for a multitude of different reasons. Primarily because it's a club that I've never done before on YouTube. We've never done a Chelsea career mode series on this channel, so to do it for the first time, I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And also, back in the Premier League, it's going to be a big challenge. And not just that, we're in Season 2 of the save file, which means things are going to be a bit different than they would normally be if we would start out a Chelsea career mode directly. So yeah, the uncertainty is definitely going to be exciting. So if you guys are excited for a brand new Chelsea career mode series, keep the support coming in. If you guys can somehow smash out 4,000 likes on the first episode, I'll guarantee you guys an episode tomorrow itself. So go down there, drop a like in the video, subscribe if you're new around here for daily FIFA 20 content. Now, since we're going to be running this series as somewhat of a Coach to Glory series, we're going to be keeping a track of everything we achieve in this save file. So take a look at this. So far we've won the Champions League once and the DFB Pokal once. Hopefully we can add some English trophies onto the board by the end of this season. At this point, I'm sure you guys know the drill. Every time we start a brand new career mode, we take a look at the team we've got at our disposal and decide where we need to make improvements. And also, this time it's going to be a bit different because we've got players in here that Chelsea have signed on their own in the first season of this save file. So that makes things even more interesting. Anyways, let's take a look at the squad. I'm pretty content with Chelsea's base formation. We might run with it for this season. I know we were using a 3-4-1-2 formation back at Bayer Leverkusen, but you know what? Let's go back to the 4-3-3 this season. I think it'll work really well with the players we've got. Chelsea have certainly done some business on their own, and we've got a very interesting and huge squad to work with. I mean, look at this. They've signed Milik. They've got Januzaj as well, Ben Chilwell. Pulisic is a good player to have. Of course, the midfield stays the same with Kante, Jorginho and Kovacic. That midfield is just outrageously good, especially on FIFA 20 with how the game works. That midfield is going to be crushing opponents. Rudiger, Zuma, Reece James at the back, Kepa in goal. The first team is good, but a few improvements I think are in order, especially replacing probably Milik, because I ain't playing with the guy with 70 pace, man. You guys know how this game works. And apart from that, maybe another right back, because as good as Reece James is, he's only 77 rated. Probably someone better than Januzaj could be a good option, but you know what? He's a quality signing that Chelsea have been. I think we're going to use him this season. Moving on to the bench, Tammy Abraham is a class player to have. I think he's going to play a big part in this series, offering something different with that height and that physicality. Hudson-Odoi, of course, we know this guy's talent. Ross Barkley, Loftus-Cheek. Bakayoko is back from his loan spell at Monaco, if I'm not wrong. Or was it at AC Milan? I'm a bit confused on that one. Regardless, he's back here at Chelsea. We've got Emerson, Christensen. I mean, this squad is so huge. I mean, we're going to be selling a lot of these players because I don't think we can give Batshuayi, Morata, Giroud and all of them game time plus a potential striker that we're going to sign. Now, that's going to be difficult. So a lot of players will be offloaded. At the same time, players like Billy Gilmore, I definitely want to use. I know a lot of you guys are excited for this talent. We're going to be giving him game time this season. But yeah, this squad is insanely big. I think a lot of those players came back from loan. So it's going to be a big transfer window for us to organize everything and get things in order. But I'm excited for this, man. Okay, we've got a big transfer budget to work with, about 150 million. That could mean a lot of signings and a lot of improvement to the team. This is going to work. Let me know if you guys have any early transfer suggestions. Put them down in the comments section below. I think it's really important we highlight how Chelsea played last season when we were managing Bayer Leverkusen. And well, things really didn't go well for them. They finished 5th in the Premier League. Now, the funny thing is I remember when taking the Chelsea job, they were 3rd in the Premier League. So I don't know how they went down to 5th place. But that means no Champions League football this season. We'll be in the Europa League, but this also means it's a good opportunity for us to rebuild Chelsea properly and achieve maybe Champions League glory in this second season. That could be the plan, but for now, I guess focus is building a squad to win the Prem and doing well, basically winning the Europa League. And also, if there was ever any doubt, press conferences will of course make their return to this Chelsea career mode. They're one of the staples of this channel. So basically, this is where you guys get to get involved in the series by asking me questions about some of the players, basically anything related to football really. So get on there in the comments section, ask me your questions and I'll answer them in the next episode. And yes, we're gonna have season goals in this series. Basically, these are gonna be 6 objectives, all selected by you guys in the comments section, that we'll try and complete over the course of this season. If we fail to complete 4 out of these 6 objectives, we're gonna have to do a forfeit. So this time around, I'm looking for some new and different kind of objectives to try and complete. So get creative in the comment section. It all depends on you guys. Just look at the sheer number of players we've actually put on the transfer list. This is the amount of deadwood we've got here. Victor Moses can go, Danny Drinkwater. As much as I hate to do this, Pedro as well, Patrick Herman, I don't even know what he's doing at Chelsea, Morata, I think we could sell him for big money, that's the plan, Musonda as well, Batshuayi, Milik. There are a lot of players I'm looking to sell in this window, so there's going to be a lot of business going around. Now, one transfer that's definitely going to happen right now itself is Hakim Ziyech to Chelsea from Ajax. The deal is confirmed, it's already done and dusted in real life, so let's make it happen in this series as well. Now, because ZIYECH in this save file is already 87 rated and he's at Manchester United of all teams, it might be a bit difficult to pull off this transfer, especially in terms of the budget, but we're gonna have to bring him in to keep it realistic. 63 to 92.8 million. This is gonna be an expensive transfer. Good thing we've got a lot of players that we're willing to sell to generate some extra cash. Anyways, let's make this deal happen. ZIYECH to Chelsea, come on. So I'm going to start off with a 65 million euro transfer offer just to see what, of course, Man United want for him. So let's see if 65 million works. My God, they want 95.2 million. That is just way too much money. Let's counter with 75. That is still an obscene amount of cash as well, but Man United aren't budging at all, and we need ZIYECH here at Chelsea. So 75 million for him. Let's see if they're willing to work with that. Come on, man. They're not willing to reduce that fee at all. Okay, let's counter with 82 million. Come on. Please accept 82. That's way more than what Chelsea paid for him in real life. Come on, 82 million. This is going to be a big blunder, at least on a financial scale. We're going to have to make it happen, though. 95.2 million for Hakim Ziyech. Well, most of our money is gone in this transfer itself. That's tough. Hopefully ZIYECH won't extort us with the wages, because there's no way I want to pay 210,000 per week to him. So we need to get that down, that is for sure. Let's first establish what contract we're going to give him. A 4-year deal just seems about right in my opinion. Let's keep moving on. No release clause seems perfect. Okay, his wage demands are at least pretty reasonable. Let's remove the bonus, submit offer. Please accept it. We're already paying way too much money for you. Come on, get it done. He wants 155. Okay, that works for me. And with that, we've signed ZIYECH to Chelsea. Our first signing is Chelsea boss. The Moroccan is now a Chelsea player. What a signing this could turn out to be. Hakim Ziyech to Chelsea. In real life, I think he's going to ball out for them, especially under Frank Lampard. Hopefully for us, he'll do a great job as well. Look at some of those stats. The curve, the vision, the long passing. He could be the perfect player for us in either midfield or even in the attack. At the moment, with the players we've got, I feel like playing Hakim Ziyech out wide as our right winger just makes sense, and that's where he's going to be playing. Well, since I pretty much transfer listed half the squad, I'm getting so many messages, man, about players just not sure why they've been put on the transfer list and all that, but hey, it is what it is, and yeah, we'll just get through it. A bit of good news is we have sold a couple of players that I wanted to sell, like Zappacosta and Musonda, but still a lot of players remain to be sold. But here we've got an offer coming from Borussia Dortmund for Milik, and it's a pretty big one, but I'm gonna negotiate because I feel like we can get more money than that for him, and we need more money. We spent way too much money on Hakim Ziyech, so let's sell Milik for as much money as possible. So I'm gonna counter with 60 million. Is Borussia Dortmund willing to meet that valuation? It's a lot of money, I know, but I think we can get at least anywhere between 50 and 55 for him, so may as well try to negotiate. Maybe not. Okay, let's counter with maybe 50 million. Are they willing to give me 50 for Milik? I'll take that, you know, at this point. Come on, give me that 50 for Milik, please. They've added a sell-on clause, man. You know what, forget it. Let's just sell him. I need the cash as soon as possible. We've just sold Milik. We've sold Herman as well. So things are going well on the selling players front. And also an offer now coming in for Batshuayi. I definitely want to try and get more money for him from Leicester. Let's see if it can work. Now, if you're wondering why I'm looking to sell Batshuayi, well, the reason's simple. We've already got Tammy Abraham at the club, and I'm looking to bring in another striker. Someone who can score a lot of goals for us. So it just makes sense to sell Michy Batshuayi, and that's exactly what we're going to do. Just going to counter with 25 million for this. I think that should work. Come on, Leicester, please pay me. We already sold Milik for way too less. Let's see if this works. Yep, nobody wants to negotiate with us, man. Let's just accept it and move on. It's crazy how after selling all the deadwood, well, pretty much most of it, we're back on basically the same transfer budget we started things off with, so that is perfect. Here's a quick look at the team after we've pretty much cleared out half the reserves. We've got Tammy Abraham up top, at least until we bring in the striker I want to bring in. We've got Kovacic, Kante, Jorginho, ZIYECH as well. The defense is looking good, but if you look at this team, there are certainly a few positions I want to improve upon. I need a backup keeper, that is for sure. As good as Kepa is, we don't really have anyone else to be a backup to him, so signing a backup keeper has to be priority. Let me know in the comment section who we should bring in. I'm also looking to bring in a proper good centre-back because I feel like we need someone, because we've got Rudiger who's good, Zuma's decent as well, but we could definitely do with someone better. By the way, just realized Willian isn't anymore here at Chelsea, so that's an interesting one. A right back could be a good play as well because all we've got is Victor Moses, who's probably going to be sold. Reece James, as good as he is, I think I want a better player as well in there. Pretty happy with the left back situation, Chilwell and Alonso. Midfield is sorted, no complaints whatsoever, but attack, maybe someone better than Pulisic. Or do we just trust Pulisic? That could be a good play as well. Let me know in the comment section. So yeah, we do need a lot of improvements, particularly in defense and attack. As always, suggestions are welcome. Okay, so it just hit me that Mason Mount isn't here at Chelsea at the moment. I presume they must have sold him in the first season, so we cannot let that happen. Let's go ahead and quickly bring back Mason Mount to Chelsea where he belongs. Don't really know much about him unfortunately, but gonna go with the 25 million offer. It's kind of frustrating that I've got to pay for a player that we actually already had at the club, but oh well, 33.7 works for me. Here we go. By the looks of it, contract negotiations pretty much sorted with Mason Mount, and that should be our second signing of this Chelsea career mode. Let's get it done. Well, he wants a bit more cash. He wants the extra 2,000. We'll make that happen, and there you go, Mason Mount is back at Chelsea. Okay, Mason Mount is actually pretty good in game already, 81 rated, not bad at all. He can play in a variety of different positions for us. I think he's going to be very useful. Now, I know there's a lot of business left to be done in this series, like signing maybe Timo Werner, but before I make any more signings, I wanted to get your comments in before I make the final decisions. Do we bring in Timo Werner? Let me know in the comments section. I know in real life, Chelsea have pretty much confirmed the signing of Timo Werner. It's going to happen at some point. So should we make it happen in this series? Let me know in the comment section. If yes, we'll get it done in the next episode. For now, time to get into some gameplay. We've got our first Premier League game of the season, which, by the way, is against Leicester. It just had to be against them. We had such a great time doing a Leicester City career mode a few months ago, and now we're facing them to start off this Chelsea career mode. We're going to be playing them away at the King Power Stadium. It's going to be a challenge. This season, the goal is to secure Champions League football at the very least. If we can somehow challenge for the title, that'll be incredible. But yeah, starting off the season with a win in the Prem is crucial. It is now time for our very first game as the boss of Chelsea. We take on Leicester City away from home in the Premier League, and this is how I've got my team lined up. Since it's the first game of the season, I want to get a good feel of the squad, so I'm basically going with the strongest possible 11. ZIYECH, Pulisic, Kovacic, Kante, all of them in the lineup. Reece James in there as well in that right back position. Ben Chilwell starts. Of course, we were lucky to have him at the club because Chelsea signed him in the first season, but yeah, he's there. Kepa on goal. I'm ready for this. Chelsea versus Leicester. Let's start off the season in the best way possible by getting a win. Here we go. We're back in the Premier League after a season in Germany managing Bayer Leverkusen. We conquered the Champions League there. We won the German Cup, and now we're here back in the English League as we try and win trophies with Chelsea and bring them back to the Champions League. That's the plan for the season. We're going to start off against Leicester, hopefully with a win. I'm hoping we can get a good feel of this team, score some goals, and, you know, find out which players are going to be the key performers for us this season. Let's get this game underway. Well, Leicester City already going with all guns blazing, creating a chance early on, but that's not going to face Kepa. Simple save for the Spaniard. Oh, problems here for us. I'm not a fan of this. It's Yuri Tielemans on the ball, looks inwards. Kurt Zouma with a good interception so far. It's been all Leicester. They're probing our defense. We've so far done well, but we got to create attacks of our own. Hakim Ziyech's first involvement in the game gets past one. Still Ziyech, big chance for him, goes for goal. No way has Kasper Schmeichel saved that. That would have been Hakim Ziyech's first big moment of the series, but the goalkeeper denies him. And what's Pulisic just done there? Maddison has been such a menace playing in this left flank. I didn't expect him to be so dominant there, but he's actually proving to be a menace. But look at Kante winning the ball back for us comfortably. I think we're going to see a lot of that this season. We might be able to start a counter-attack here if we can, you know, pick up some pace. Here's Hakim Ziyech, brings it inside with ease. Still Ziyech, I need some passing options. No options at all. Tammy Abraham made a terrible run there. He needs to have better movement, but Kovacic finds Pulisic. And now here we go on the attack. Still Pulisic, looking for passing options. Finds Kovacic now. He could go for a shot. He is definitely going to go for a shot, but off target. But that was some good football between both Kovacic and Pulisic. Leicester again probing our defense. A long ball forward. It's actually worked. Daniel Amati puts this one back in. Kepa punches it away again. But Vardy on the rebound tries to score. Thankfully, that was off target. Would have been an outrageous goal if it would have gone through. But yeah, we survived that. Leicester are no joke. They're a team that can trifle us, so we've got to be careful. Half-time against Leicester, and it's been a competitive game of football. We've had opportunities to take the lead, which is what's frustrating me. Second half, hopefully we can take our chances. So I'm bringing on Mason Mount for Jorginho because I'm going to be honest, Jorginho was really underwhelming in that first half. So let's hope Mason Mount can bring about change. James Maddison down the wing. Again, he's the player that's been probably the danger man for Leicester City. I mean, causing me problems every time he gets the ball. And now Vardy with a chance here on the turn. But Rudiger did well. Gotta say, Rudiger is a rock at the back. He's been very impressive for me. Now Ben Chilwell. This might lead to something. Ben Chilwell to find Pulisic. We're on the attack with a lot of players committing forward. Still Pulisic now. Cut back to Abraham. No, we messed it up. How have we messed that cut back up? Pulisic, man, we need a better delivery from you there to Abraham, because that would have easily been a goal. I'm sure Tammy would have banged that one home. That's frustrating. A big chance squandered. Kovacic, I see Pulisic in a lot of space. What a chance this is, but the first touch was just abysmal there. Come on. Pulisic has been really dodgy with his decision making. He's getting in good positions, but the final touch and the final decision making have been just abysmal. Although the chance might be here for us. Here's Hakim Ziyech. Fake shot, brings it inside. Could go for goal. Nah. Blocked off by Ruben Diaz. That's tough. Oh no. Hamza Chaudhry has been given way too much space to exploit. I am not a fan of this. Still Hamza Chaudhry. Maddison now. Back to Hamza. Cross comes in. It's a deadly one. Ben Chilwell, I think, somehow got a touch to it and we avoid conceding. Those are the kind of crosses that I normally concede to, so I'm glad we didn't this time around. Here's Mason Mount. Does really well. Feeds Hakim Ziyech. But the lack of pace of Hakim Ziyech costing us there. We're going to have to make a change in the way we play because I think Ziyech out wide is a waste of his talent. He needs to be playing in a more central role. So we might need to switch up the formation and all we use. I mean, yeah, to get the best out of our players, that might be the only option. It's definitely frustrating that the first game of this series has ended in a 0-0 draw. But one thing's for sure, I've learned a great deal about this squad. We definitely need to switch up the formation. Otherwise, things are not going to work because having Ziyech out wide means that he has no pace and we can't beat defenders. So we're going to have to work around a new solution to fit everyone in and get the best out of them. That's what we're going to do next. So after going through a various number of formations, I feel like the 4-4-1-1 might just be the most effective formation because we're going to have Ziyech then play in his primary position in cam behind Abraham or whoever is the striker that we sign. We're going to have proper wingers as well in this formation. Maybe Hudson-Odoi playing over Januzaj because of the 89 pace that he's got could be an option. Or we could sign another right winger. It just works. I feel like this is the way we're going to have to play in this series with the 4-4-1-1 formation. Something different, I know, but I think it could really work, which we're going to test out soon. One thing I can confirm is that Timo Werner to Chelsea will happen at some point, probably next episode, because I feel like he might be the missing piece in the team. As good as Tammy Abraham is, the fact that he's a little slower than what a proper striker should be on this game can cause me a lot of problems. Don't get me wrong, Tammy Abraham will be an amazing super sub for me, I'm sure, but I want that number 9 who's going to guarantee us a minimum of 20 goals this season. And I feel like who better than Timo Werner? He's pretty much confirmed to join Chelsea. Next episode, we're going to go after him. Let me know in the comment section if you guys approve of this, but I think you guys will because Timo Werner is just class. 88 rated in this save. It's going to be expensive. Don't get me wrong. It's going to be super expensive, but I feel like he will 100% be worth it. So next episode, we're going to be pushing through more Premier League games. Liverpool in the cup already? What? That is so unlucky to draw Liverpool in the first round of the Carabao Cup. Regardless, we'll be playing them. That's the plan. Next episode, all the transfer business and all that sort of stuff should be exciting. More improvements to this Chelsea side are needed. We're not really going to have a player of the episode award voting for this one because let's be honest, it was a 0-0 draw against Leicester. No need to have the award for this time. Next episode, it'll be back, I'm sure. But with that, we're wrapping up the first episode of the Chelsea Career Mode series. I'm really enjoying this series already. It has a different vibe to it with, of course, a different set of players than we would normally have with Chelsea. You know, the youngsters and all being a bit higher rated than usual because we're in the second season. I'm honestly loving it. Hopefully you guys are excited as well for the next episode. We're going to continue as we try and rebuild Chelsea to the very top of European football. If you guys enjoyed the first episode, show your support by dropping a like on the video. Subscribe if you're new around here. And well, I'll catch you all very soon for the second episode of the series.